Hello, everyone. This is Benny Bell of Surpass Real Estate Team, powered with Keller Williams Realty, and also co-founder of the Global Empowerment Team. And today I'm shouldering the Global Empowerment Team. Khalil can't be with us today. However, just wanted to reach out to our audience and stay consistent with providing you value and giving you information that's going to empower you and impact you. And this one is a little different than the previous videos that we've had in light of what's going on in our local communities. And local, we're here in Northern California. My main office is in Napa and also in San Francisco. So my real estate team, we service the Northern Bay Area from San Francisco to Sacramento. So when we're speaking of local here in California, however, the Global Empowerment Movement and team, it's more of a broader stretch, and our audiences are globally. We've had contacts in other countries as well, and so we do want to provide value and resources to our local communities, to the local areas that need it. And so we're going to speak to our local communities that Khalil and I serve in our individual businesses here in Northern California, in light of the LNU fires that are going on right now. We had a video podcast last week with Sophia Pony with Farmers Insurance, and we discussed the importance of having the right insurance in place, whether it's insurance for your home or rental insurance. There have been a number of losses locally, and first, I want to, say that my prayers are going out to those that have been impacted by the fires. I want to say that as far as your loss, that you do have a community here, and we do want to be able to provide resources to help you get back on your feet, and that is the purpose of this call today, this conversation today. We are live right now on YouTube, our YouTube channel at Global Empowerment Team. If you haven't already gone to the channel, please go to the channel, subscribe, hit the like button. We have provided a lot of positive information throughout our video library, whether it's around real estate, around family, around mindset. It's all about building you up and building your loved ones up to be able to change the narrative in your families, create generational wealth, and to be an impact in your communities. So with that said, I do have a number of different resources to provide, and we also, we're going to provide these links on the description on the video with a number of different organizations that are providing either food bank, food services. If you lost your home, if your home has totally burnt down, relocation facilities. I do have resources to executive resources, executive relocation facilities. We have contacts to local organizations that are providing local stay here, and then also anything from food, clothing, shelter. We do have those links, and we're going to provide that to you. We also have, for those that haven't been personally affected and haven't had a loss, relief funds to donate to help others. My church, the Father's House in Vacaville, they have a relief fund that's going on right now, and this is nothing new for my church. They've had an organization where they've tapped into the communities, time and time again. They have a local food bank that's always been available as long as I've been with the church. So I do know that one thing that my church, Father's House, and I'm only speaking of this church because, like I said, it is my church, that they have been a resource to the communities. And I'll provide that information as well. Their website also, with the Father's House, have a fire relief fund specifically for affected communities and individuals that have been personally affected by the fires. My family and we actually were evacuated in our neighborhood here in Fairfield. I thank God that we had a home to come back to. It was only an evacuation for maybe a day at the most, and it was more precautionary than anything. And and I just want to say that the first responders, my prayers go out to you. You guys have been doing excellent job with getting information out there, with being there in time of need. I've heard a number of different stories where you guys got there just in time to save somebody's house from totally burning down. And I know the resources are spread thin. There are a number of different fires going on here at the same time here in Northern California, and I know that you guys are doing your very best. And like I said, my prayers go out to you, and thank you, because I feel that you guys have done an excellent job. Even the first responders that came to my neighborhood, they were friendly. They were very knowledgeable about what was going on. They were very patient, and answering any questions that we had. So, I thank you again for all the work that you're doing, all the work that, that you're continuing to do. I know that there's only a small percentage of the fires that have, been put out. So there's still a lot of work to be done. And I just thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the work that you will continue to do. And just know that the communities here are supporting you and praying for you. So, with that said, if there are any individuals that, do need some assistance, that do need resources, that do need information, that have been evacuated from your homes and may not have access to computers, may not have, or, unfortunately, your house has been burnt down and you don't have any access to resources, or need some help with getting access to resources, that's one of the things that we're here for to do. Both of my companies, Surpass, real estate, and then also global empowerment team. We have a lot of resources, business network, our business network in local communities. So, reach out to us. We can offer you some information. We can offer some assistance. We could put you in contact with individual organizations that have already an infrastructure set up to be a resource in situations like this. Unfortunately, here in Northern California, this is becoming, an annual event, with the fires. We have a lot of dry brush during the summer. So this is, we do have a lot of, like I said, a lot of organizations that are already built up and already have an infrastructure that can and are able to help the communities to fight the wildfires and also be a resource when, unfortunately, someone is a victim of the wildfires and have loss. So if you do have any questions, like I said, if you do want any information, please reach out to us. And then also look at our video last week that we had with Sophia Pony. We dived in deep about the importance of having the right insurance to protect your assets, having the right agents to stay in constant communication with you, to where you're having annual updates about all the upgrades that you've done to your property, anything that you've purchased that may be in your home that needs coverage, whether it's jewelry, whether it's your cars, having the right insurance for everything that's in place to protect all of your assets, as well as your family, as well as your loved ones. So that insurance is in place for, and we talked about a number of different types of insurance that you could use while you're still here, while you're still living. In situations like this where there may be a need, you may have had a loss of your home, and you may need to tap into a fund. And it's no better place than already having your own fund set up. So we talked about the importance of having that set up as well. Khalil and I, we talk about that all the time. This is one of the things that Khalil does, so, he's constantly pushing that narrative about having the right insurances in place, for your family, for your loved ones, for yourself. So, this is, one of the things that we recognize is part of, creating that generational wealth and changing the narrative in our families to put us in a better situation. So having that in place is very important, not just in a situation like this, not just in a situation of loss, but also, having the right insurance in place to be able to pivot and be able to utilize in a shift. So that's one of the things, like I said, that we consistently talk about. That's one of the resources that we do provide. So please reach out to us if there are any questions that you have. any resources that you are looking for. That's what we're here for. Again, I will provide a number of different links. So the Father's House Fire Relief Fund, the Father's House also offers groups, so small groups, and this is put in place. Obviously, you know, I'm a believer. I'm a Christian. You know, I believe in Jesus, and I understand that Jesus is the Lord and my Savior. So, you know, I do understand the importance of having groups that you can speak to, groups that you know, have being part of a small group that you can, you know, rely on, that you can, you know, put your, you know, cry your shoulders on, or, you know, cry on their shoulders, or and also in happy times, you know, where, you know, you're sharing your life with. So I do understand and value the importance of being part of community, being part of smaller groups within the community. So we'll provide that link as well. Also, the air quality for areas that are close to the fire. I know this has been pushed in the news a lot, well, and maybe not so much, but as far as I know, there are a couple of links Google has, and the weather app has adopted this information to provide the toxicity of the air. Air Now is a great link. It's with the EPA. It's a government organization, and they do provide information about your local area, your local county and community, as far as the air quality. That is a huge factor as well. Even if you aren't in the midst of a fire, the air quality and toxicity of the air can be a huge impact on your health. So we'll provide that link so where you can be educated about that daily. It does change as the winds blow, and you know, in areas that you may think are not affected. I've been surprised. I know San Francisco had really high numbers the last few days. So just being educated about that. And one of the things that we, you know, this pandemic has already, you know, changed for us is wearing masks. And we wear masks going into the stores. It's just one of those situations where if you're in an area where the air is unhealthy and there are high toxins in the air, just wear a mask outside as well. And limit your exertions outside. Then also there is a Google provided LNU map of the fires. So, and this is updated throughout the day on the parameters of the fire. So we're also providing this link, food drives in Vacaville and Napa areas, Napa County and Solano County, areas that are highly impacted by the LNU fires. And then some other organizations like FEMA and Napa County. So all this will be on the YouTube link for you to access. And if there are any other resources or any other information that you do need, please reach out to us. We're tapped in, and we'll be able to help you out. And if we can't, you know, we can get the information for you. Once again, this is Benny Bell with Surpass State Group, Keller Williams Realty, SF, and Napa County, Napa Valley, and also Global Empowerment Team. My prayers go out to you. Thank you for tuning in and being consistent with following us and supporting us. Best way to do so is to continue to reach out on the YouTube, subscribe, hit the like button. If there are any topics that you want us to discuss, any persons that you think that we should have, any guests that you think that we should have on our show, please let us know, and we'll be more than happy to reach out to them. We love your feedback and consistent support. Everyone take care and have a blessed day.